Welcome, dear friend and prospective business partner. We commend you on your interest in building unlimited income for you and your family. My name is Kim Logo, and I will be taking you through this exposure titled When Money is About to Leave You. From experience, when money is about to leave you and trade hands for a venture you do not know whether it will work or not, that famous knot in your stomach appears, and even though you're genuinely excited about the income potential, you, however, cannot seem to shake that nagging feeling of what if it doesn't work and I lose all my money. Well, we all know that familiar sinking feeling in the gut, as we have all had to overcome it to begin this wonderful journey. Had we not overcome the negative feelings through well-informed choices, we would have still been holding on to that nagging question years after we first saw the opportunity. And guess what? We still would never have the answer to that question unless we actually got started and decided the kind of what ifs we wanted to have. Money leaving you is a big deal, and we understand that. Trust me when I say we do, which is why as a team we are committed to doing our best to make everything as crystal clear as possible so that you are guided right in your decision-making process. We can all allude to the fact that money does not multiply simply because it is left in the bank accounts for a rainy day. No, and I pray that rainy day never comes, because it has a habit of washing away all we have kept aside, leaving us with nothing to show for it in most cases. Money, however, grows when it goes on a worthwhile journey. And as the money is being put to good use and cared for, it returns with interesting results. So to help you make your payments and get started already, which is the very first step you must take, here are some tips that helped me make the transfer when I first got started, and I know it will help you too. Number one, I made sure that the information received so far was credible and trustworthy. It also came from a source that I trusted, so the decision-making process was easy for me. I also went to their website and checked it out for myself, and I liked what I saw. So here's the site of our parent company, www.allianceinmotion.com. And here is our team project site where you can see our team leaders, all we have been up to, and you can read a lot of testimonials for yourself at www.labuenavidaproject.com. Next thing I asked myself, what would I rather use this money for? And would it give me the kind of results that I wanted for myself? I didn't want to leave the money in the bank for that rainy day, which seemed to always come with trouble, but I really wanted something that would improve my monthly income drastically, and this opportunity presented me with just what I was looking for. Good thing she shared the opportunity at a time I was ready to try something new and different, and because I needed to find a better way, and I surely have. I then proceeded to ask important questions that helped with my understanding of how I would prosper in this line of business, like how is the money being made? How do I get the skills necessary to succeed? And what action steps do I need to take in order to achieve it? When I was able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, I decided to make my commitments. For when I decided to commit, I thought about it for just one night only, because A, I had firmly decided on getting started, and B, I had the money to get started. And so my husband and I watched the video, as he had not seen the opportunity prior to that time. Thank God I didn't try to explain it to him, because I could not have done so effectively. But the video did so on my behalf, and he got the message clearly. We slept over it and informed her that we would give her our final decision before 12 noon the next day, and we did. By 11 a.m., I asked for account details, made the transfer, sent proof of payment, and voila, I was in class for my very first training that very evening, and I have not looked back since then. And lastly, I had no plans of failing after the decision and the transfer was made. I was truly excited, and all the negative what if thoughts were gone. The journey has not been easy, and I have had quite a number of emotional roller coasters, as with any entrepreneur growing a big business. But you see, the decision to succeed was the major piece of the puzzle, as the opportunity provided was already very fertile soil, simply waiting to be cultivated and brought to life. Most people are completely unaware of the huge cost of inactivity. They wrongly assume that because they have not made the monetary exchange, they haven't lost anything. But there's a price you pay, consciously or unconsciously, when you think forever over a decision you could act on in a day. Take, for example, I made 56,000 in my first month in business, even though I was stumbling through a lot of things, which means that if I had taken a whole month to decide before paying, I would have already lost 56,000 naira in cash, and that would have been the least of my losses. In the first month, I had read a whole book and watched some training videos. I had learned so much from that single book in my first month in network marketing than I had all my adult life with regards to running businesses. I was inspired in so many ways, and little did I know that I had begun a journey that was not only going to make me a billionaire in the next couple of years, but it was going to transform absolutely every single area of my life. Who would have thought that all this beauty was hidden behind unseen doors in the hallway of network marketing? And the only way I could have experienced it was by taking the very first step into that hallway. Have you heard of the corridor principle? The corridor principle demonstrates perfectly just how limited our view is from outside, because when standing outside a door opening to a long, narrow corridor, you can hardly see the doors that are lined on either side. You may catch a glimpse of the first two doors, but you can never see what lies behind the doors. The future, as they say, only opens up to you when you walk up to it. And so, the further along you walk into the corridor, the more open doors you see. Now, did the doors appear because you walked up the corridor? No, the doors have always been there, but you could not have seen them while standing outside the entrance. This principle excellently portrays the fact that unless you step into a worthwhile opportunity with faith and courage, you may never see the beauty that lies ahead. I'm sure you get the points now. So I'm glad that I acted, and I'm glad that the person who sent you this link acted, because if we had not, the birds would have swooped down and eaten our seeds of greatness, as has happened to millions of people all over the world. And who are the birds? They come in form of negative thoughts of family and friends who end up putting fear, doubt, and discouragement in the heart because they want to keep you safe from harm. Or so they think, and you most likely would listen to them because you respect and love them. But how many great ventures have been lost to words of discouragement? We will never know. Unfortunately, we tend to listen to the wrong crowd, and majority carries the vote. It doesn't matter if all they see is the glass half empty instead of half full, and you would end up saying, oh well, it probably wasn't meant to be. Nope. It was meant to be. You just didn't act when you were supposed to, and the birds got your seed, period. So what are you focusing on? The giants or the grapes in the land? Because you can have what you see and say. We at Century 21 Freedom Group are trained to see the grapes only, for every giant is beneath our feet as we walk in the victory that is already ours. I'm glad I see the grapes. Personally, I rejoice greatly that I started when I did, because I'm already 4 years closer to becoming a billionaire. 6 more years to go for me on a crystal clear work plan. Oh yes, we don't just daydream here. We have a clear roadmap, and we know exactly where we are at on this incredible, exciting journey. That's what we believe. That's what we keep saying. That's what we work towards every single day through this business opportunity. And guess what? We are already having exactly what we say. How about you? What are you saying? I hope this has helped you today. This is Kim Logo, your anchor for today, the Billionaire Sweetheart, encouraging you to get started today.